All right, everybody. Welcome on back to the Rhodes Show. Super Bowl 58. We made it. We're here. Big game, and I couldn't be more ready. You know, Guy, I got a quote for last week. It's from the Oprah Winfrey. The only way you can be true to yourself is by listening to your inner voices. And if I listen to my inner voices, I went 3-1 last week. I listened to Marky Stats, the David Montgomery spite play. Just wasn't right. Went 3-3, but we're back for the Super Bowl. I can't wait. Guy, how you feeling about the Super Bowl?
I thought that was a perfect quote to open up this last edition of the Rhodes Show. Maybe we have a wrap-up show, maybe not. I have a feeling we are going to have a wrap-up show just because we are going to go big this week and hit everything. It's going to be a slaughter. That quote hit it perfectly because a lot of these plays are just how I'm feeling. I got it up here. Here, big brain. I might not be called big brain, but it's there. Been a little bit too long since joining the boys. Excited to get this Super Bowl special going. Thanks for joining us all season. Let's have a good wrap-up weekend.
Let's have a great wrap weekend. Our special contest comes in, and the surprise to maybe, but this guy comes back to Vegas.
Thanks for having me, boys. As you can see here, all-inclusive trip to Vegas. Shout out to the Rhodes Show for paying for me.
Do you guys hear something?
No.
Wait, I think my service is a little bad. I don't know what's going on. Hold on.
That might be the atmosphere in Vegas. That might be the atmosphere.
No, hold on. Quick pause. Hold on. Something's going on. Something's happening.
Whoa! I had to hack this call real quick. I'm actually the better twin of Marky Stats. Nice to meet you all. I had to hack your call. I am Sarky Matats.
How'd this guy get in here?
I had to come give you a Super Bowl play because earlier this year, my dumbass twin that obviously couldn't even make it to the final did give out a good play. And as you can see, alluding to it, the moon play.
Are we going to allow this?
There's a Super Bowl moon play. Because guess what? I'm going to look out my window. I'm looking out my window, and there's the moon. What type of moon is that?
Crescent.
Any guesses?
Like a waxing crescent to me, Sarky Mats.
It is a waxing crescent. And guess what stat follows the waxing crescent? The Kansas City Chiefs are 19-1 in the last 5 years under a waxing crescent moon. Their only loss was October of 2021, and it was first against the Bills at home, but they got crushed. The final score was 38-20. What's 38 plus 20?
58.
This is crazy.
58, right? This is Super Bowl 58. Guess what year Andy Reid was born? 1958. Andy Reid, as the head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, has 58 career losses when you combine regular season and postseason. Here's a song lyric for you. I still remember the look on your face, lit through the darkness at 1:58. Do you know who sings this song? Anyone want to take a
Couldn't have the guess.
Taylor Swift.
Couldn't tell you.
Taylor Swift. It's her song. The title of the song is Last Kiss. So, maybe Travis Kelce and her share a last kiss on the football field in the darkness while looking up at their waxing crescent moon.
Through the roof.
49ers, though, are 15-15 in their last 30 games under a waxing crescent moon. So not a great record, but that number, 15-15. Who's number 15 on the Kansas City Chiefs?
Patrick Mahomes.
The Super Bowl MVP that's going to win another Super Bowl and go back-to-back. Chiefs money line, moon play of the year, max bet responsibly, though. And that's all I got for Sarky Matats. I'm sorry for interrupting and hacking your guys' Super Bowl.
All right. I don't know what just happened right there.
Are we going to –
viewers, but I said he comes in with a waxing moon crescent. You know what? What's his name again? Sarky Matats. He can come back on the show anytime.
That's crazy.
That was insane. All right, dude. Sorry to interrupt. How are we feeling? You won the special guest contest. You're here. You're live in Vegas. You're ready to gamble. I hope you're up on the blackjack table. How are we feeling?
I'll tell you what, boys. To all the viewers out there, honest to God, right hand up, I had no idea that was happening. I was not in on that. That was a complete total surprise to me. Sarky Matats here, showing up big with the hacking. Got here. No, absolutely no one expected me to be here. A little bit shaky. You know who else was shaky getting to the Super Bowl? Both these teams we're about to talk about. Not too pretty with both teams getting here. But guess what? I'm here. Chiefs are here. Niners are here. Let's get it rolling.
Let's lock and load, folks. And let's start. We're going to start off with this. It's the big game. It's the Super Bowl. We're just going to lay the best side, total, whatever we're feeling, and then we're going to get into our prop card. I'll start. No, I lied. Like always, Guy, last week of the year, last game of the year.
Big one.
Start off.
Last game of the year, you have to win in this game. You have to win. Thank God. Like I said, you have to win this. There's no other option around it. You have to at least win your side. I'm going to show you guys later on how to win every prop bet. But for now, I mean, the script is written to make money. The script is written to make money. This is the easiest bet of my life. I've been on the Chiefs all playoffs, and it's not going to stop here. Patrick Mahomes, 10-1-1 against the spread as an underdog. Easy money. I think the difference in this ball game is coming down to that Kansas City Chiefs defense and Steve Spagnuolo, probably assistant coach of the year, whatever that award goes out to. The reason why Mahomes, Mahomes can bail out this defense so badly that Spagnuolo can just do whatever he wants. It's crazy. Brock Purdy, some of his losses, when he loses, he's really bad. When he plays good defenses, they played the Browns earlier this year, good defense. I'm trying to remember. I have the stat, but I didn't have it written down. I think they played the Browns. They played it's slipping my mind. I'm sorry. Sarky Matats really just threw me off here. I gotta get back on track here. Crazy thing here. But I'm just taking the Chiefs money line plus 102, easiest bet of my life. For the sake of this show, give me the +2. Won't even need it. This is easy. Mahomes just comes out and once again reminds everyone why he is the GOAT. GOAT. I will pronounce him as the GOAT if he wins this Super Bowl. The only losses that he has taken in that 10-1-1 against the spread as an underdog, you know who those are two?
The other GOAT.
The other GOAT, Tom Brady. He also lost to Joe Burrow, but Joe Burrow's a bum. That was fun while it lasted, huh, boys? Fun while it lasted. Give me the Chiefs money line all day long. I'm sure you guys will agree because, this is the easiest bet I've ever seen in my life.
Mute, how are you feeling? Is it the easiest bet of your life?
I think theoretically I will possibly dabble. That's not what I had written down for my number one pick here. This is the most nerve-wracking game that any of these two teams have played in a while. I know the Chiefs have been here. Niners, this is Purdy. How old is Purdy? 22, 23?
Not old.
Yeah.
He's not old. He's young. Niners are a really good team. I think they are going to run the ball a lot. If the Ravens weren't complete morons, we would be talking about the Ravens right now. If they didn't run the ball, if they ran the ball more than 6 times with the running backs, we'd be talking about the Ravens right now. I think the Niners are going to run the ball a lot. Yes, Mahomes wins a lot, but that offense is not explosive. They pick and choose. They dice it a little bit. So I'm going to take the under 47.5. I know it's the Super Bowl. It's not very fun. It's not a fun pick. But I think 47.5 is a lot. You got to think this first quarter is going to fly by so fast. It could be 3-0 in the first quarter, and we're going to blink, and we're like, well, this under is good. Like I said, Niners are going to run the ball. They're going to chew clock a lot. They're not going to use Purdy a lot. And again, this Chiefs offense doesn't really have that explosive factor. I think Pacheco has a big day. They run the ball a lot too. It's just going to be a quick game. Like I said, this first quarter is going to go by so fast. It's going to be like 3-0, 7-3, something like that. And I just don't think it's a lot of points. I think it's a really good game, but I just don't think there's that many points. So give me the under.
Hey, big brain.
What's that?
Was that the mute actually using logic for once?
I'm trying to find holes in that logic, and he has the hook with the half on the 47. I could see this game in 27-20. And guess what? You win. You're in the hook. That hook is at the perfect spot. And the only way that this over hits is if it's coming down to the end, because both these offenses will show why they're two of the best teams in the NFL. They'll score in 30 seconds. But if it's if it's over 7 points, I think that under's a fair, strong play. But
wait, hey, Guy, I have a question for you.
Sure.
You're questioning my ability? Why don't you ask the other guys that aren't on your show this week talking about their gambling? Why don't you ask them? Yeah, shout out Mr. Prop. Shout out Sarky Matats. Shout out Plus Money Porter. They're not here. They use logic. So maybe take the over, because I didn't use logic in my picks. And guess what? I'm here. I'm the winner.
I would ask those guys. I would ask those guys. I would ask those guys, but they're dead to me. They're dead to me.
All right. My pick. See what it says behind me right there if you can't read it? Mahomes underdog.
Can't read it.
LOL. Mahomes underdog. Are you kidding me? You'd have to, like last year by the Eagles. Like, I know maybe someone on this call rode the Eagles last year. Somebody who's banned from this show for life was on the Eagles last year. You can't bet against Patrick Mahomes. I would rather be the idiot. You're not an idiot if you bet Patrick Mahomes as the underdog. I'd rather be the guy that loses that every day of the week because, folks, he's Tom Brady now. That's just not going to happen anymore. For the sake of the show, I'll take the plus. I'll take the 2. But I already hammered money line as soon as that game ended Sunday night. I think I got it at like plus 136. And I'm going to hammer it even more before Sunday. Chiefs plus 2 for the sake of the show. That's what I'm on.
Patrick Mahomes is simply epic.
He's epic. He's epic. And, it's a Super Bowl. There's props galore. And I couldn't love all my props more. I have the Chiefs money line. Aside from that play, I have 10 other plays. And I couldn't love each 10 any more than the last. And you know what? I'll start us off with the prop card. We'll just go through our cards, folks. And I'm going to save the Gatorade color for last. Like, I think we all have the Gatorade color. I think we should all save that one last go around. So slew through your picks and then save the Gatorade for last. So to start of the game, I'm not going quite into the Star Spangled Banner or any of the songs prior, going right into the coin toss. Let me give you a stat. I'm not really a stat guy on the show. I'm from the heart. But this stat, I had to look up this stat because it's a 50-50 shot. You got to kind of go with stats here a little bit and with your heart. Since Super Bowl 53, the coin toss has gone tails, heads, tails last year. Tails is due. Give me tails plus 100. Love it. Start off hot. Tails plus 100. Then you roll that money in, but you already have money down. Love this bet. Love it. It hasn't hit since I don't know when. Don't check me. I don't care. Plus 245. No touchback on the opening kickoff. They're taking that sucker out. They're kicking it a little short. It's gonna start off. Give me no touchback. Plus 245. And then this is where I'm getting in to the nitty gritty. This is where I'm getting into the player stats. I love this guy. Let me start off right here. I'm sprinkling this play. Isaiah Pacheco, Super Bowl MVP, plus 2,800. I'm sprinkling a little bit on that because I think the Chiefs, other than the mute said, they're going to be running the ball. They're going to be running the rock. Pacheco's going to be running down their throat. Again, I've said it almost every week I've talked about him. Love the way he runs the ball. Pacheco, over 67.5 rush yards, minus 125. anytime touchdown minus 120. I'm going to parlay those plus 200. It's a great value on those two right there. I'm going to sprinkle Pacheco 2+ touchdowns at plus 475. And the flip on the Niners, since I'm not all on the Chiefs. I love Kittle to have a big game. Give me Kittle anytime touchdown plus 165. Then this is where the little bit of grease comes in on the DK Sportsbook. Successful 2-point conversion plus 220 or plus 255. Yes, successful 2-point conversion. I think that's gonna. If this game's gonna get close and a team's down 14, down a certain point to get within one score, they're gonna go for 2. Love it. And this is a little greasy. Gonna just throw a little sprinkle. Love the line plus 1,000. Each team to score 1+ touchdown and 1+ field goal in each half, plus 1,000. Field goal and a touchdown from each team in each half. That is in jeopardy of the over or the under, but it's plus 1,000. I'm gonna throw like $10 on it. $10 to win 100. Why not? Guy, what about you? What's your prop card here?
I liked all those props. We have some similar props. I mean, good pick with Isaiah Pacheco with the Super Bowl MVP. That's always kind of a fun one. I think 2 touchdowns gets Pacheco maybe in there. I dog the mute for having some logic, but in a 27-10 game, 2 touchdowns might just get him there. Now, the powers that be, Roger Goodell, he loves Patrick Mahomes. I believe what network is this game on?
CBS. Because it's Romo and Nance.
Romo might talk Mahomes into the MVP. I like Romo. I'm glad I don't got Greg Olsen this week. Just can't stand Greg Olsen. I'm a Romo guy. But let me run through some props here. Right off the bat, give me tails plus 100. Just like Big Brain said. Love the pattern there. I've always just been a tails guy. Always been a tails guy. I might have just burned myself because of our audience here. If I ever do a coin flip with one of our audience members, you can guarantee I'm going tails. Any day of the week, love the pick. Also, love touchback, no touchback. Plus 245, a lot of value on that. This is one of those bets where in your head, you're playing it out for a couple minutes. You're playing it out, and then it happens. Also, have a feeling I might get burned on that. Gotten burned on the touchback a lot. It'd be one of those things, if I went touchback, it'd be no touchback. Since I'm not going touchback, definitely touchback. But still, give me plus 245. I mean, right there, look at that. That's 2-0. Tails and no touchback.
Yep,
you got all this cash to bet the rest of this card.
Are you taking your lady on a date?
Well, that failed miserably last time. We're gonna keep the ladies out of this time. We're gonna keep the ladies out of this. All big brain moves here. Give me Travis Kelce parlayed with Deebo Samuel. Anytime touchdown scores plus 294. I don't think the Kelce touchdown will be difficult. I think the Deebo Samuel touchdown will be a little difficult. I was actually surprised here to see him at plus 130. Couldn't get the odds for whatever reason. I can't find it on McCaffrey. No touchdown. Don't have the odds on that, but I don't know. I have a lot of faith in this Chiefs defense. I think they're going to have to air this ball out, get lucky. Deebo shakes a little loose somewhere downfield. Love that play. Here's another good play. Elijah Mitchell, under 1.5 carries. Under. People think they're going to spell McCaffrey. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Every week you sit there, and then you watch these 49ers, and you're like, you know what? Christian McCaffrey has played this entire game. His shirt's disgusting. His eye black is all down his face. He's running the rock with a purpose. But Elijah Mitchell, he just stinks, plays himself out of the NFL after this year. Give me under 1.5 carries. They might give him a little pity carry at the end, but 1 is all he's getting. Here's 2 plays that I really, really like, and I absolutely can't believe they are plus money. First enforced penalty of the game. Now, you got to get a little greasy for this one. You got to go head over to Bovada for this one. DraftKings is not this greasy, but first enforced penalty, false start plus 140. Nerves in on both of these teams.
That's great value.
False start plus 140 happening the first drive. No doubt happens every year. And here's one that I love because Jason Public's boy, Pat Mahomes, is in this ball game. Will there be a roughing the passer call? Yes. Plus 115. If
Wow.
Nick Bosa sneezes on Patrick Mahomes wrong, where the ball's out half a second,
He's gonna do that.
throw the flag. He might get thrown in prison. Plus 115, yes, Patrick Mahomes. I mean, you're not going to get this on Brock Purdy. The NFL lets him get killed every weekend. Love that pick. We're going to save the Gatorade. I have the Gatorade winner. We're going to save that till the end. But I'll tell you what. If you're feeling risky, this is the last ball game of the year. There's too much value on this line. Now, Mute, before I give this pick out, what is the atmosphere in Las Vegas?
Oh, right now? I mean, it's great. I mean, people are just anticipating the game. They cannot wait. The vibes are absolutely off the chart here in Vegas. It's beautiful. It's like 75 right now. It's not too hot, but I mean, it's beautiful here. The vibes are just off the charts.
The vibes are off the charts, which makes for an excellent, excellent movie and a villain. This play right here has way too much value to not throw $10 on it. Not throw $10 on it. At plus 100,000, you can get aliens invade Las Vegas and the game ends in a tie. Plus 100,000. You're an idiot if you don't throw $10 on it.
You have to.
You have to. Because here's the thing. I'm going to be. I mean, I don't want to give away my total location on the show for our viewers. I'm going to be way up north somewhere. I'm going to be the farthest away from Vegas. We're going to have to call up Mute. I mean, his cell phone service will probably be out. He'll probably be blacked out himself. But I kind of like the aliens landing here, and the game's tied. I mean, they might just give it to Mahomes, and that hits all of our bets, and that's the last Super Bowl ever. But I know I'm putting $10 on it. What say you? How is your prop bets looking, Mute?
All right. So starting off the game, we are all riding it. My number 2 favorite bet, I have tails. I didn't know the stat about the heads, tails, heads, tails, tails. Have to ride tails. I don't have as greasy of picks. I just have a slew of just random props that I found that I would never bet, but it's the Super Bowl. You're unloading the account on these. I'm going to start off with, I had already mentioned this. They're not going to trust Purdy a lot. Give me under 247.5 passing yards. I think that's a lot. 247 in the Super Bowl. They're going to be running a lot. So I'll take that off. I'll take that to start. This one hurts me to do because everyone knows my feelings about the Chiefs. Give me Kelsey over 6.5 receptions. I just don't think that's very many, and they're just going to feed him. And every time they feed him, they show Taylor. They feed him, they show Taylor. So 6.5 is just not enough. And then this is a guy, when you think about Super Bowls, you always think about that second receiver. When it was the Steelers, we had Hines Ward, but then, here comes Antoine Randall. Oh, here comes Santonio Holmes. Oh, here comes Julian Edelman to Gronk. Who is that to the 49ers? It's Brandon Ayuk. Debo's their number 1. Brandon Ayuk is their number 2. Give me his over 60.5 receiving yards. I mean, because that could be one play. He could have a 61-yarder.
I think when the 49ers, it's either Debo goes off or Ayuk goes off. And I feel like Ayuk has been due the last 2 games. I think I think that line's low. And like you said, that could happen in one play. I like that.
Yeah, when you think of Super Bowls, you think of that second guy. It's because the number 1 guy, they might have some plays, but it's always the guy that's been there for them for a while that just breaks out in the Super Bowl. So I like Ayuk over 60.5. I have 3 more greasy-ish plays. Do you have any more big brain and guy, or are we finishing them right now?
I just got the Gatorade.
All right.
Gatorade.
All right. So this one, it took me a little bit to understand what it meant. The jersey number of the first touchdown scorer.
I saw this one.
It's such a good line. The jersey number of the first touchdown scorer is 22.5. So I'm going to take the over and hope that it's either McCaffrey, Kittle, or Kelsey. Because McCaffrey's 23 and Kittle and Kelsey are both in the 80s. Anybody else, and this is the under, anybody else, Debo, Ayuk, Mahomes, Purdy, Pacheco, Rashid Rice, any of them.
What's that line at? The value?
It's minus 110 because it's 22.5, give or take either way. Yeah.
That's interesting. I like that.
That's a fun bet. That's a fun bet because your only hope is McCaffrey, who's number 23, Kittle, and Kelsey, who are both in the 80s. But everybody else, now that all the wide receivers are in the teens, and Pacheco is number 10. So I like the over, hoping that it's just McCaffrey, Kelsey, or Kittle. Continuing with McCaffrey, I am dying on this train. Over 18.5 rushing attempts. They are going to feed him. This Chiefs defense has some holes, and it is in the running game. So give me over 18.5 rushing attempts. And this is, besides the under, this next one is my favorite play. I bet it every single Super Bowl. I bet it every single time. Over 2.5 players to attempt a pass. I'm hoping for some fun here. Give me a running back throw. Give me Kelsey. I don't know.
All day.
Throwing it weird. I think it's like plus 120 or something like that. It's plus value.
That's Debo Samuels. Debo Samuels, he's thrown a football before.
Yeah, McCaffrey can throw it. Kelsey does all the weird stuff. I think they bring out all of the stops here. I bet it every single Super Bowl. Didn't hit last year. I think it may have hit 2 years ago or 3 years ago. I do remember that. I think it's fun. You're just hoping for a trick play. You're hoping for some chaos to happen. So over 2.5 players to have a pass attempt.
Big brain.
What's that?
Add that to my card.
All right. Added it. I like it because, like you guys are saying, Brock Purdy gets killed and Brock Purdy could get injured. And then guess what? You got a backup quarterback throwing a pass, and that hits your bet right there, too. I love these props. I love them, love them, love them. On the Gatorade, when the Chiefs finally win, what color is that Gatorade going to be, Mute?
I didn't have this one prepped.
I'll go.
All right,
I got it. Give me clear/water at plus 1,000. Clear.
Hey, you can't argue that value. Can't argue that value.
First of all, the white Gatorade, the frosted cherry or ice cherry, awful. One of the worst Gatorades that you could possibly make.
It's bad.
So
black cherry is a terrible flavor.
I don't even think it's black cherry. It's like ice. It's like cherry ice or something. The white Gatorade, awful. But I think that's what it's going to be. It's either that or water. So give me clear/water at plus 1,000.
I like the water aspect of that because, like, who knows? They could grab the water jug and throw it on them. Who knows?
Maybe hoping for someone grabs the wrong thing at plus 1,000.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
All right, Guy. What color is it?
I do like the water. I've seen it done. It's really lame when that happens. The Chiefs have been there. They've won Super Bowls. They're there for the theatrics. I think they're going to check to make sure it's Gatorade for Big Red. But that Gatorade is not going to be red. It is going to be orange for plus 300. Orange Gatorade. Seen orange dumped a lot in sporting events. Me personally, I'm a lemon lime guy over the orange. Orange, though, great flavor. Players love it. Kids love it. Parents love it. Orange plus 300.
The last pick of the show. I'm feeling a little somber, if I'm being frank, folks. I appreciate all the viewers for sticking around. Big shout out to the Mute. Again, you're welcome for the trip to Vegas anytime for the winner of the special guest show. But the Gatorade color last year surprised everybody. It was purple. And I think that line ended at plus 800, plus 900, something like that. Crazy.
Great flavor.
Crazy that it was purple. This year, we're so due. We're so due for blue. Everyone thinks it's going to be red. Taylor Swift, big red, the red lipstick, yada, yada, yada. Plus 350. Give me blue. Give me that, whether it's Glacier Freeze, Cool Blue, doesn't matter. It's going to be blue. Plus 350. The last play of the Rhodes Show, Gatorade color. Although I'm tempted to switch to the water because I love it, but I read a quote by Oprah Winfrey before the show, and I got to stick with my inner voices. And blue Gatorade spoke to me when I saw that line, plus 350. Folks, Super Bowl 58, we're going to win a lot of money. We're going to roll it into MLB season. Let's go Bucks. Can't wait to root them on. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in week by week. We'll tune in next year. Let's have a great, great Super Bowl. Have some great dips, wings. Have a great fucking time. Take it easy. Stay Daggers.